Hello all. So, I will get the Twitch stream for today over to YouTube soon, but obviously it's not here right now. Until I hear from Jen that she does have Twitch, we will go live on YouTube more than Twitch. But I will still go live on Twitch 3 times a week. But my in-betweens are on YouTube. It's Anna Walt or Fiddlin' Mama, I believe. As soon as I can, I will release, as soon as everything falls into place, I will let you guys know where you can go listen to it. I'm really excited about this collaboration. This is my best friend that that's writing it with me. This is actually the first song, and she's been writing songs. That was part of her Energizer Bunny. I was calling her part of her earning the term Energizer Bunny in high school. She ran track, she ran cross country, she sang in the a cappella choir. She played the fiddle and the violin, and she wrote a little bit. She wrote a little bit on songs, but at that point she was more, she still was doing a lot music-wise. She played the piano. She was active in her church callings. Basically, it seemed like the girl never stopped. And I will say, this is one thing. A lot of people are like, I did all this and I got straight A's. I'm going to say she didn't. But it's not because she didn't try. She did her best in school, too. And when she needed help, she'd ask for help. Things like that. But not everyone can be a straight A student. And if you knew her now, you'd realize that, okay, yes, graduating is important. Getting in good enough grades to get into colleges is important. But you don't have to have, by the time you're older, those things don't matter as much. It's the other things you do. It's the way you treat others. It's the things you actually learn and retain and can use in work or in daily life. Those types of things. So I know a lot of kids in school, I have a son, David, last year, was really discouraged when he got a B, or a B plus, something like that, because he was shooting for all A's. And then when everything happened he may have got an even lower C or something, I'm not positive, I can't remember, when everything happened with coronavirus. And we told him, it's okay. The rest of your grades are all A's. And you did the very best you could. And that's what we're looking for, is you to do your best. All we want is you doing your very best. And so, hopefully it sank in. I've tried very hard throughout the years to teach my kids that. I made some mistakes, I will say, and I'm going to throw this out right now. And I actually talked to his counselor about this a couple of weeks ago. Because he's my third child to go through that school. The first child I struggled with. I was playing the perfect mom. I would go to all PTA things. I was checking up on his homework as much as I literally had the energy to. And I was doing this with all the kids. I was pushing him and, everything that schools say you need to do. Basically, in doing that, what we do is we take responsibility off the children for their own grades. Now, there hit a point when I was like, everything I could do was not enough. Taking away devices as much as I could. I couldn't fully take them away because he needed to be able to have access to them at certain times. So we would take them away when we could, but we couldn't take them away fully. We took TV, computer privileges away, etc., etc., etc. Honestly, I don't know how much of that may have contributed to his depression. I'm not going to say. But I tried everything and nothing was working. I finally gave up because the other kids were already following in the same example. I could already see they were younger, but they were starting to do the same thing, and I'm going, no, I cannot force them to get an A. That would be, the only way I could would be to do their homework for them all the time, and I never agreed with that. And my kids actually, from the very first, knew I never agreed with that, because if you do that, your kids don't learn. If you sit down and you say, okay, here's how you do it, now put this answer here, your kids don't learn. If you make them figure out how to do it on their own, your kids learn. So finally, when he was like, I'm not sure how old, I can't remember, I think he was 6th or 7th grade, I gave up on doing it that way, and I went, no, I'm gonna do what feels right to me. I'm through listening to everyone else. And I wrote every one of their teachers a letter, and I said, from now on, if you have a problem with the kids' grades, if they are, you can talk to me, but talk to them too. Do not make me your primary contact for why aren't your kids getting their homework in. Make my kids the primary contact, because it's my kids that receive the grade, not me. My kids need to learn to take responsibility for their own actions and for their own grades. And I will say it took years, because I did not start this when I was young. It took when they were young, I should say. It took years. It took years of just telling them, I'm going to go to parent-teacher conference. I'll check up on your grades and stuff. But this is your life, and this is your responsibility. And I literally, when they came to me and they needed someone to fight for them because they were doing the work and things weren't working right. Last summer, they had an online math class and they could not put in the correct answers. It wouldn't accept them. And I was like, okay. Mindy and David had the very same class. And I questioned a little bit, but it was weird when I heard it from Mindy. So I checked with David, and he said the very same thing. And so I asked Mindy to show me, and she said she didn't. And when I asked her to show me, I happened to be over at my brother's. And she said she could try, but she didn't know if it would come up. And one of them did. But at the same time, my brother said that he himself had double-checked the answer when she got it wrong, seen what she had put in, double-checked it, because she did it at his house, and she had put in the correct answer, and he could not for the life of him. Should put in exactly what it said was the correct answer, exactly what he got as the correct answer, and it wouldn't accept it. So that one, obviously, I had to go to bat for him. You know, you kind of, in a case like that, yeah, they deserve credit for what they've done. So that's kind of what happened. You know, I've had times like that. I've had times where they're trying to get into other classes because of problems with the teacher. Pre-known problems with the teacher. That's another thing. We did have problems with one teacher. From the very first, the teacher was told that the kid might miss because of health. And even when we knew and had a reason for the health, the teacher basically said, I don't care if your kid's not in class and they miss this. You know, this is mostly a lab class. If they miss one or two lab classes, they will fail this class. And okay, yes, it's only a 6-week class, but when you know in advance the kid may have issues, that's a problem. So things like that, I would go to bat for him for. Anyway, I am at PT. I may get on and see if anyone shows up later. We will see. I'll talk to you later. Bye.